Oh, welcome back to Box Score Collectibles here with cards and coffee. Oh, yeah. We hope you're having a great Tuesday. This is the boss man here with
Baseball.
baseball. Oh, yeah. There we go. All right. So it's been a fun weekend. How are you?
Oh, I'm exhausted. Doing two jobs at once, at work,
It's
my one job. So,
oof,
yeah, it is what it is right now. Hopefully it gets better within the next month, but we'll wait and see.
yeah.
Otherwise, can't complain too much. Just been opening up some Series 1. Hey,
Woohoo!
Red, how's it going?
Hey, hey, hey.
Oh, and the quote,
Oh,
great Scott is here.
great Scott. If it's great, it's got.
So, how are we
Howdy,
doing
howdy,
out there
everybody.
tonight?
Well, I don't know about you, but I'm doing fantastic because we are opening up Series 1 right now. We are having fun with it. What have you gotten out of your Series 1?
Um, Lately, not much since my jumbo box. I've opened up about 11 uh what's it, hanger boxes, and I've got the different Diamante parallels. Ended up getting one of the pink Diamantes, which is fortunate for my A's, so that stays with me. I believe it was a Brent Rooker or was it Tyler
Oh, there
Soderstrom.
you go.
I don't remember which one now.
Um,
Either way, either way, it's staying with me. Outside of
as
that,
it should.
I'm starting to feel like hangers aren't necessarily bangers. It's a
No, you're just helping
perception thing.
everybody else. You're helping
Yeah,
everybody else. They get the hangers, or they get the bangers, you get the hangers.
yeah. And as far as the Diamantes go, yeah, I really do like that design this year. I don't know about you, but this is one of the bigger rookies, uh, Co- Kobe Mayo,
There you
and got the
go.
Diamante there. So that's one of the better pulls I've gotten from those. Um, Probably
Nice.
consider send that one off to SGC to get that graded here. So, but what about you?
Awesome. And if you,
Anything?
well, for those that were here yesterday with the minor league Monday, we had some fun. All right, now I'm just trying to get onto my hotspot. I don't want to be lagging. Yeah, speaking of Kobe Mayo, how about them apples? Oh
Nice.
yeah. 2021 Heritage Minor League. You get 2 hits in the box, and Kobe Mayo was one of them. You know what, Red? You're right. It just rhymes. Hangers are bangers. Doesn't mean it's true, but it rhymes,
Yeah,
so we'll roll with it.
exactly.
All
No,
right.
I have some ideas of why people think hangers are bangers, but yeah, we can hold that off for another time because
I,
I think we need to do some science here over the next few weeks.
yeah, there is a pretty good chance we might have to do some science. I might have to do a flashback to 2023 with Don Russ and do a whole week special of how the different tops styles work. Which one is best? I mean, you can look at the numbers all you want, but you might just have to just get a bunch at the same amount and compare. For those
Sounds
of
like
you
a
that,
plan.
yeah, for those of you that weren't around back in 2023, I did that with Don Russ Baseball. And it was the mega boxes versus the blaster boxes versus the hanger boxes versus the value packs versus the hobby box. But I'd get the same amount dollar for dollar and compare. And then I'd compare to other years. So we might do that as well. I don't know. All depends on, well, how much money I can spend.
Yes, and Scott, I feel for you on that one. I have looked for cards in the past up in Sacramento at other places than the LCSs. Not recently, but in the past, and yeah, it can be harder to find. Every once in a while, you'll find stuff down around Elk Grove or some of the WalMarts, but unfortunately, I think in Sacramento proper, you got too many LCSs probably going out and snagging some of that retail so that way they have something that they can sell in their shops. Did we lose you, boss?
No, I was changing over the hotspot. Sorry about that.
Oh, okay. I think you were frozen for just a second there. But yes, Red, it does depend on the packs box you grab pick. It's pure luck. It absolutely is. I mean, there's no rhyme or reason to what they put in these boxes. There's nothing that says, "Oh, this is the box," because
Yep.
I mean, Topps doesn't know what box certain cards are in.
Supposedly.
I'm sure with some of the big stuff, like the rookie debut patch, they kind of have a way of tracking that. But with like the different home field advantages, heavy lumbers, other case hits, they're not going to know.
Nope. No. But it does help apparently if the cashier asks you what you're looking for and you say it and then you open it. So yesterday, there, baseball, I stopped at a store and the girl behind the counter was like, okay, you get to pick the box because my boyfriend does Pokemon, and one of the cashiers here, they just picked a box for him, and it was a bad box. So I'm gonna let you pick, and then so I picked the boxes I wanted, and she says, "So what do you want? What are you looking for?" I said, uh, a home field advantage would be great. Maybe a heavy lumber would be better. So it was a blaster. How you like them apples? Oh yeah, heavy lumber, Barry Bonds.
Not a Hall of Famer.
I appreciate her. Should be. I appreciate her asking me what I wanted to find in the box because lo and behold, it happened.
Nice.
Now and then, just for comparison, I was like, well, does this store's blasters are they better than another store's blasters? So I went over to Wally World in the same parking lot and bought some more blasters. And in the blaster that I got at Wally World, boom! Not Barry Bonds, not a great, name, but Seth Lugo, who was an all-star, the spring training parallel gold out of 50.
Nice.
I'm not going to argue. I'm not going to
No.
argue with that.
No, of course not.
So, it was a good, what was yesterday? Monday. And then I got the Kobe Mayo because I opened those off camera. I'm enjoying myself. I do still just want to rip some cards sometimes. And then, of course, the Kobe Mayo and the Rosario in the minor league heritage. Yeah, I showed you the Kobe Mayo, but then the second one was Rosario, who we saw in fall ball.
Yep.
And he's not in the top 100, but he's not that far off. So, yeah.
Yeah, that spring training gold foil there, that'd be nice to take with us down to Phoenix because, the Royals have their camp down there. Probably have some Royals fans walking around. And, if nothing else, we get it into the right hands.
Surprise.
Literally.
Because they're in surprise. Oh, yeah. We got to see him last spring and last fall in Surprise Stadium. Yeah. Cheers.
Yes. So one thing I like that they did this year, they're continuing the team borders. They've kind of changed it up a little bit. They're not just the team logo throughout the whole border. This time around, they kind of incorporated more of the team color on about half of the card, and the other half has the. Oh yeah, that glare is bad.
Yeah.
Yeah, my camera's not good for this part, but Basically, it's a Cubs, Dansby Swanson. It's got the Cubs logo in the red part of the card on the right side and lower half, and then the Cubs blue on the left side and upper part. So
Very good. Very nice. Well, and I'm loving the 90s redo with Series 1. What else fun stuff have you been able to pull out of Series 1? I mean, you mentioned it before on a previous episode, but
Uh, are we talking about
how was your jumbo?
the Big Hurt?
oh, the big hurt. There you go.
This one here, it says Big Hurt across the top. That means that's the actual
Set.
set
Insert set.
that they produced. About 25 cards, I believe, and then about a print run of 10 autograph cards per number. So, yeah, I got number 5 of 10 from the card number 20. Doesn't specifically say what year it kind of features, but I think each one features a different year from his career.
I think so because they have New York or Oakland and Toronto as the last two, I believe. So those were the
Yeah.
last ones that he played on. So
Yeah.
yeah.
And these are, I mean, that's going for a pretty penny right now.
Oh,
I think some of the more recent comps are like about between $400 and $600 raw. Not above, sending that off to SGC, getting it graded, taking it to Phoenix, and seeing what we can get for it.
Surprisingly, so many White Sox fans down there last year. I mean, out of all the Through the Decades boxes that we took to Arizona, the White Sox was the first one to sell all of the boxes that we had. And that was 3 of them.
Yeah.
What?
Yeah, it was crazy.
Yeah.
But that's the great thing about spring training. You're getting, the
Everybody.
15 teams that are there, you get their fans. And this is one of the bigger card shows tied into it. So you're going to get the collectors from those teams. And even in the fall, we saw, some of the, what would be the Grapefruit League team fans come out because the fall ball had everybody. We talked to several Detroit Tigers fans, Cardinals fans. It's just, there's a guy looking specifically for, Cardinals parallels that he didn't already have because he's trying to fill out his collection. So, that's the great thing about Phoenix. You get all kinds of people there looking for all kinds of things.
Yeah, that was great. Now, speaking of Series 1, and all the great stuff that we've pulled from it, what else are we doing with Series 1 there, Baseball? What's going on here at Box Score Collectibles with Series 1? I mean, it's not like it's on the banner down there, but
No, not at all. Let me read this out loud here. No, just kidding. Upcoming break, we got we're doing a half case break of 2025 Series 1 jumbo boxes on Sunday, February 23rd. So just under a week away at 6 o'clock Pacific Standard Time. We got the updated list here as far as what's available here. And
let's go ahead and get the banner out of the way.
So right now we've got 6 teams that have sold. We have a bunch of great teams available. Still, we got the Dodgers, which not only do you have all the different parallels and inserts you can get for the Dodgers because there's a lot of them. They also have in the hobby and jumbo boxes the Dancing Dodgers, I guess super short prints, which they do their little celebrations on the bases. After they hit doubles or triples or for some people a single. They have a series of those, so that team's still available. We got probably one of the hottest teams as far as Series 1 goes with the Washington Nationals. Kind of weird to say, I know, but you got Dylan Cruz and James Wood in there. Those are the 2 rookies that people are chasing primarily. Kobe Mayo for the Orioles, that team's still available. I've seen several of his autographs pulled, and we might get one, and you can get in on that action. But we got plenty of teams available. So we're doing 3 boxes. There's typically on average 5 of the sand glitter parallels per box, 1 auto, and 2 relics. So there's going to be a total of about 15 sand glitter parallels in addition to all the other ones that we're going to pull. 3 autos and 6 relics at a minimum. Not to mention all the fun silver packs.
Oh yeah. The fun silver pack mojo color just blows up on these cards thanks to the 90 redo. Like I can't wait for Chrome just because of the 90 redos, honestly. I can't wait to see how they do it.
Yeah. So visit boxscorecollectibles.com for more information about the break to purchase. We're working on trying to come up with some giveaways here in terms of the night of the show, or the night of the break. I shouldn't say necessarily the show, but the night of the break, as well as leading up into the break. So more information will come out over the next 24 hours about the stuff leading up to the break. And then we'll have some nice little surprises for the break.
We'll be able to say quite often, but wait, there's more. So stay tuned for those fun things. Absolutely. Why not? Gotta have fun with it. Gotta do that. So yeah, check out boxscorecollectibles.com for more information, or just to go and get your teams. Now, these prices aren't just randomly picked out of midair like some do. These were scientifically studied by Professor Baseball off of the eBay sales of comparable half case jumbo box breaks.
That's correct.
Very good there, Professor. Very good. So what else do we got going on? We got, I don't know, what's on your mind? 'Cause I see something that you want to chat about.
Well, I mean, we talked last week about the Stockton Ports, and they're selecting the 20th anniversary all-time Banner Island Ballpark team. So they put up a new survey for the third base and left field positions. So I figure would throw that up there again. Just to recap here.
All right. All-time Banner Island Ballpark team.
Yes.
Your vote matters.
So they've already gone through. The voting is closed for the first 4 positions that they're doing, but just as a recap, they had the catcher, and they're not going to announce all these winners probably until the beginning of the season. I don't know if they're going to do it preseason or if they're going to do it one day during the season. They have not gone into specifics about that, but you can be rest assured that they're not going to. I'm sorry, I was reading Scott's little comment.
Yeah, there. I saw that. Are you talking about Heritage High 2024 or the 2025 Heritage? Good grief. What are they doing over there? Anyways.
So for the catcher, they had Soderstrom, Heim, Murphy, Donaldson, and Suzuki. All fantastic catchers. Then first baseman, guys like Lawrence Butler, who's now an outfielder, Everidge, Matt Olson, Muncy the first, and Chris Carter. Second base, they started adding some stats. Frank Martinez, Nate Mondu, Chad Pinder, and Jemile Weeks. Barreto, Green, Muncy the second, Naylor, and Daniel Robertson were the shortstops. And then the new ones. So the voting on these go until February 24th. As I said, the first batch, the first 4 positions have closed on the voting already. But we have now 5 selections for third baseman. So we have Renato Nunez, who's the reigning champion, because I think they did this in 2015. And then that was just after he was there in 2014. 124 games, 279 average, 29 home runs, 96 RBIs. And as you can see, kind of a impressive stat line there for Mr. Nunez. Then you got Matt Chapman, future platinum glover, at least future from when he was with the Ports. 80 games, 250 average, 23 home runs. So imagine if he had played as many games as Nunez did, hitting 23 home runs in 80 games, he probably would have had probably about closer to 37 to 40 home runs if he played 124 games. Jose Brizuela, 110 games, 250 average, 17 home runs, 59 RBIs. Jonah Bride, 115 games, 279 average, 10 home runs, 58 RBIs, 789 OPS. And Stephen Parker, 139, 21 home runs. Let's see here, 98 RBIs, 84 walks, and 155 hits.
There you go.
Not a bad group of guys.
Not at all. Not at all. Liking that.
What would your vote have been, Mr. Bossman?
Oh,
You too, Great Scott. Comment. Let me know what you think. Let me know who you voted for.
Just looking at the numbers, I mean, very comparable between Stephen Parker and Nunez, surprisingly. Matt Chapman, yeah, pretty good numbers as well. I would have to go with, just because he's probably not on anyone else's list, Stephen Parker.
Yeah, fair enough. And like I said, if you were able to scale Matt Chapman's numbers to 120 or so
a
games,
whole different story.
You know, if you compare it in those terms, kind of like averages, then yeah, I mean, he would definitely be close to a 40 home run guy.
Oh yeah, absolutely.
I mean, I did vote for Matt Chapman just because I liked what I saw defensively, which they don't really cover here, but that was because I got to see him play. As many people know, I have a very soft spot for Jonah Bride. He's one of the nicest guys I'd ever met on the ball field. And it goes back to an unfortunate situation for me personally in 2019 when my daughter passed away. And I was contacted by Justice, who was the one of the guys in the front office at the time. He now works for the Sacramento River Cats, and want to know if I wanted to throw out a first pitch, kind of in her memory. And Jonah Bride was one of the guys. Well, not one of the guys. He was the guy catching the first pitches that day. So there's that connection there, and even fast forward a couple years to, I think it was 2022. He was doing a rehab down at Las Vegas with the Aviators. Scott and I happened to be in town at the time with Melissa, my wife, and we were in Vegas. Went to a couple games, and he came over and said hi. He recognized us. He recognized me, talked to me for a minute, and it was great. Even after all that time, just,
that's quality guy.
Him remembering that, and, such a, it means a lot to me.
Yeah.
And it would have been for that reason that I probably would have voted for him. However, with the, just the one look at the stats, because that's kind of what this is more about. That's why I went with Chapman. And it looks like Scott went with Renato Nunez.
Well, there we go. We got a three-way tie.
Yep.
And howdy, Kenneth.
How are you doing?
Very good. Howdy, Kenneth. All right.
So the one other one they have up there.
Yeah, let's do it.
All right. So with left field, basically there are 5 guys as well. Archie Gilbert, who's the reigning champion. He played in the first couple years of the A's incarnation, I guess you could say, of the Stockton Ports. He batted 278 in 119 games, 7 home runs, 49 RBIs. Lazaro Armenteros, or Lazaro the First, as I like to call him. The second one playing for Modesto last year.
Oh, yeah.
He played a lot of games with Stockton. He had a hard time getting out of the Cal League, unfortunately. And I think the reason why they put him on here is because he had so many games. He was around for so long that a lot of people, would recognize the name. Not going to go too much into his stats because they'd be impressive if it was just one season.
Yeah. A little bit inflated.
BJ Boyd, just another fan favorite. Nice guy. He would always stop and talk to people. But again, like Lazaro Armenteros, didn't really get much out of the Cal League, although he did have a much better average. Just the power numbers weren't quite there. I kind of wish they had his stolen bases on there because I think he was actually pretty quick on the base and was decent, guy. Colby Thomas, 72 games, 283 average, 8 home runs, 49 RBIs. He was here in 2023 for about half a season. And then Josh Whitaker, I believe he played around 2015 with the Ports, and 153 games, 263 average, 29 home runs, and 102 RBIs. I know why Scott likes Lazaro. It's because, he was really good at a very specific stat that you don't want to be good at unless you're a pitcher. And I think he holds the all-world record for strikeouts.
Ooh.
If he ever comes across and is listening, it's nothing against you, bud. It's just you had a hard time seeing the ball. What are your thoughts on this list, boss man?
I'm looking at the numbers. All these guys were before I was watching minor league baseball. I don't recognize any of the names, to be honest, so I am going straight from the numbers. And I don't know. I mean, I'm looking at the numbers. I'd almost have to give it to Whitaker.
I can see that because the 29 home runs, 102 RBIs. I believe this was over the course of a season and a half with him.
Yeah, that's what it looks like.
Regardless,
I mean, good power number, 29 home runs over essentially a full major league season. Yeah. 102 RBIs. Batting 263 isn't great, but I mean, compared to the others, that's not actually bad.
Yeah. My choice was very similar to Scott's because Scott's reality choice was Colby Thomas. Yep. I went with Colby Thomas as well. 72 games, 283 average. I mean, those numbers right there get you moved up quick.
Absolutely.
And he's actually developed more power since moving on from the Ports and going up to Lansing, Midland, and a little bit of Vegas last year. Probably spend most of the year in Vegas, but I guarantee you he's going to get called up sometime this season. I mean, he's going to put up numbers that, it won't be able to ignore him.
So he's been in Stockton in the last 4 years.
He was there 2 years ago, 2023.
I honestly don't remember his name. I don't remember seeing him in the lineup. And we were going to a lot of games, even with the Ports at that time. So that's interesting. Huh. I overlooked him. I guess he didn't stand out to me.
Yeah, maybe not. But he's definitely somebody who's continued his development. That's the important thing when you're talking about minor league. He's like, they could be good at one level, but are they getting better? And this is a case where, someone has just gotten better over time. And he is definitely earning his call up. He was drafted in 2022. I want to say 3rd round off the top of my head. I don't remember for sure. But yeah, he's definitely somebody that is working hard at this.
Very good. Very good. Just looking to see if there's any. What was it Scott was talking about? He was talking about Heritage Baseball. I'm actually not seeing that on the calendar. I know it's supposed to be in April at some point in time, but I guess no specific date given. Interesting.
So
Looking
Scott,
at packhead.com, so I don't know.
Scott, have you heard anything specific about that?
I mean, supposedly Midwest Card says that it's expected in April, but on Beckett calendar, it does not have that. Now, with that said, it's tops, so who knows? They could put something and be completely wrong, or they can be, completely right and actually know what they're doing.
It's always possible. Yeah, I mean, Topps Fanatics is they have, with the exception of Series 1 Bowman update, they're never really very forthright with their release calendar
Yeah.
because they want to make a big deal out of Series 1.
Yep.
Makes complete sense. They also
Don't step
want,
on toes.
yeah. Scott thinks he heard April 9th. Okay. Could very well be.
Could very well be.
Until there's an announcement made by Topps Fanatics. It's all to be determined.
Yep.
Because there was also talk of sometime in March for the 2024 Heritage High number. Still haven't seen anything with that yet, and we're almost getting to the point where that would be less than a month away.
Yeah.
We're here at the middle of February.
Yeah, I mean, I'm looking at chasingmajors.com, and it's still TBA for 2024 Topps Heritage High. They've only got one product being released in April, and that's April 2nd, 2024 National Treasures. Supposedly March 21st is supposed to be Panini Select 2024. Interesting.
Yes, that's Beckett has that as well.
Yeah. So it's
yeah,
always fun to take a look around.
They have National Treasures and Flawless Baseball as to be determined for those both those releases. Because right now on the horizon, there's really not a lot for baseball. We have the Panini Prospect Edition baseball coming up at the end of this month.
Yeah.
But outside of that,
not much.
Nope, and not until Topps decides to. Scott has heard a rumor. Well, again, hearsay. Unfortunately, that High number and Big League will be releasing the same day.
Big League 2025 and 2024 Heritage High number?
Yeah. I mean, they could do it. I mean, they've done it before where they're just trying to push out some stuff. But, I mean, with the calendar so thin right now, you might as well just separate them out by a week.
Interesting. I don't know why, and I'm on the hotspot, why it's saying that I'm running low on an unstable connection. Even on the hotspot of a brand new phone. Brand new phone.
Not sure.
I don't know either. But maybe it's telling me and telling us that, maybe we've run our course for the night. Do you got anything else to chat about?
I mean, there's always more stuff to talk about, but nothing major right now.
I gotta have something for future episodes, right?
Yep.
Yeah. All right. Well, hey, go out, find some heritage, or find some series 1 of 2025. I'm gonna go try to find some more archives. That one is still fun for me to open. I hope you guys get to open up some stuff that's fun for you. Baseball, what are you seeing? What's fun to you right now?
As far as the comments go, we got Scott here. Basically, some of these rumors he's hearing are coming from Steel City, so I mean, there's probably some um credibility to those because they are a premier seller for Tops and Fanatics, so
Yeah.
they could be seeing some of that information coming through early on. But as far as other stuff to open, I'm just kind of keeping my eyes open for anything that I haven't seen in a while. You know, I'm looking forward to some of the newer retail versions of 2025 Series 1, like the tins or the
Yes.
still waiting to see more about the fun mega boxes, see what those are like. If they're really fun or not.
I guess we'll find out.
I do want to pick up a couple blasters for myself just to kind of see what those look like.
Yeah.
I know you've had a couple of good hits from them, so that kind of makes me want to check it out a little bit more. And then outside of that, it's just getting things sorted and getting ready for the trip.
Yep. I'm sorting the heritage that I opened up yesterday from 2021 right now with our BCW supplies. Don't forget, if you need some supplies, head on over to boxscorecollectibles.com, where we have BCW supplies available for order.
Yes.
Oh, yeah.
Actually, that reminds me, I need to put up the new magnetic holders that we got.
Oh,
Both
yeah.
clear and the black. And then we got some of the
I like how the cards look. There you go. Look at how that looks in the black. That's awesome.
Yeah, we got some semi-rigids. We finally got some 1,000 packs of sleeves. So we got a lot of great stuff on the website for the supplies. So check it out, pick up some, and get some good deals on supplies.
Absolutely. Supplies. All right. Well, excellent there, Baseball. If you're watching and you're not subscribed, go ahead and hit that subscribe button for us. Remember to like, share, and subscribe. Box Score Collectibles. Tell your friends, tell your family. Let's have some fun chatting about the hobby and minor league stuff, because we're minor league guys. We love seeing the stars before they're stars.
Absolutely.
All right, Baseball. Any last words?
Nope. Thank you, everyone, for joining us. In addition to subscribing to our channel here, but be sure to follow us on Twitter and Instagram at BoxScoreCA, and pay attention to our social medias, because we will be announcing a giveaway here in the next 24 hours.
Oh, yeah. Oh, yeah. Looking forward to seeing that go. All right. Well, make sure you're paying attention. We're going to probably have some, we're going to have some announcements. It might be in a YouTube short. It might be in a X. Does X do Reels? Or is that just Instagram?
They allow you to post videos. I just don't know. I mean, and you can do link to YouTube videos. Oh dear.
Yeah. Poisson.
But I don't know if they actually have reels, because I've never really tried. I mean, they're getting to the point where you can do lives on there now.
Yeah.
So
might have to give that a try. Well, all right. Go check us out wherever we are. That's where we'll be. All right. Well, hey, Baseball, have yourself a great night.
You too, Boss Man, and everybody else.
Will do. All right. For Baseball, this is the Boss Man here at Box Score Collectibles. We are out.